Hello friends, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing amazing and working hard every single day to make your dreams come true. And if this is your very first time on our channel, then a very warm welcome to you. This is Cinema Update, your very own home for the biggest and freshest news from the world of movies and web series. Here, you don't just get information, you get an experience, an excitement that connects you even deeper with the world of cinema. And today, we're going to talk about a film that brings a sparkle to the eyes of every comic book fan and every DC Universe follower the moment its name is mentioned. Yes, I'm talking about the upcoming movie, Supergirl. Whenever we talk about the DC Universe, the very first name that pops into everyone's mind is Superman, the iconic hero who has inspired generations. But alongside Superman, there's another character who has been just as powerful and impactful in the world of comics. And that is Supergirl. Born from the same Kryptonian soil, the story of Kara Zor-El, Superman's cousin, has always been a subject of fascination among fans. Supergirl is not just another female superhero. She's a symbol of strength, hope, and resilience. Until now, we've seen the character of Supergirl mostly in TV shows and animated series. Most notably, Melissa Benoist played the role in the CW's Supergirl, and fans absolutely adored her portrayal. But this time, for the very first time, DC Universe is bringing this character to the big screen as part of its new cinematic reboot. Ever since James Gunn and Peter Safran revealed their brand new roadmap for the DCU, the buzz around a Supergirl movie has been building nonstop. Gunn himself promised that every DCU film will feel like a graphic novel, with its own unique storytelling style, its own tone, and its own vision. And Supergirl is set to be one of the most important pieces of that promise. Now, when it comes to the story of this film, it will be based on the comic book Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, written by Tom King and beautifully illustrated by Bilquis Evely. This story is nothing like the usual image people hold of Supergirl. Most assume that, like Superman, she also grew up on Earth, but the reality is very different. After the destruction of Krypton, Kara Zor-El didn't land on Earth right away. She lived through years of pain and darkness before finding her place, and that completely changes her perspective. Unlike Superman, who embodies kindness and hope for Earth, Supergirl has faced brutal realities. She's tougher, more grounded in harsh truths, and often carries with her an edge of anger. In Woman of Tomorrow, the story follows an alien girl named Ruthie, who seeks revenge for her father's murder. On this dangerous quest, her companion becomes none other than Kara, our Supergirl. Together they embark on a brutal journey filled with pain, sacrifice, and constant danger. Fans of the comic already know this isn't just a superhero story. It's a deep, emotional, and philosophical journey. And that's exactly why the excitement for this film is on a whole other level. When James Gunn announced Supergirl, he made it clear that this film will showcase a side of the character the world has never seen before. A heroine who has been through unimaginable struggles and now fights not only to save others, but also to claim her own identity and her own place in the universe. That's why this film is being positioned as a cornerstone of DCU's new vision. As for the director, this film is being helmed by Craig Gillespie, the brilliant filmmaker behind I, Tonya, and Cruella. Gillespie has already proven that he can dig deep into the emotional layers of a character and present them in a way that feels both raw and cinematic. So, when you give a director like him a story as dark and layered as Supergirl, you can already imagine how unique this movie is going to be. And now let's talk about the lead actress. Playing Supergirl is Milly Alcock, whom you might recognize from House of the Dragon. Even at such a young age, Milly has captured global attention, and with this role, she's about to step onto an entirely new stage. Her blend of innocence and intensity makes her the perfect choice for this version of Supergirl. Friends, let me remind you once again, if you want exclusive updates like this on every major Hollywood and Bollywood film, make sure to subscribe to Cinema Update, because here, you'll get news and insights you won't find anywhere else. Now let's dive into the tone and visual style of the movie. James Gunn has already stated that every film in the DCU will have its own distinct tone, and Supergirl will be drastically different from Superman. This film will blend science fiction with dark, emotional drama. You can almost think of it as a space opera, a story where breathtaking visuals meet deeply human emotions. Talking about production, Filming for Supergirl began in January 2025 across the UK and Scotland, and wrapped up its main shoot by May 2025. During its time at Warner Bros. Studios Leavesden, several photos from the set leaked online. And every single time, fans' excitement only grew stronger, especially when the very first look of Milly Alcock in the Supergirl costume hit social media. It absolutely blew up, sparking global conversations. So far, everything we know suggests that this won't just be another superhero blockbuster. This will be a character-driven science fiction drama, where Kara Zor-El doesn't just battle villains. She also faces the battles within herself, against her own pain, her own rage. And that's exactly why this is being considered one of the boldest and most unique projects in the new DCU. Friends, this film isn't just the story of a superheroine. It's a brand new chapter for the entire DCU. With the vision that James Gunn and Peter Safran have laid out, the arrival of Supergirl means that the DC universe is stepping forward with a new balance. Superman and Supergirl may both come from Krypton, but their outlooks, their way of living, and their perspectives on humanity are completely different. And that clash of ideals is exactly what we'll see play out in this movie. Now just imagine a girl who watched her home planet shatter before her very eyes, who lived through pain, bloodshed, and betrayal every single day. When she finally arrives on Earth, her anger, her sorrow, and even her capacity for love are bound to be far deeper than anyone can imagine. That's why the film carries the title, Woman of Tomorrow. It's not only about her strength, but about her journey, her scars, and her future. Now let's talk about the release date. Warner Bros. Has officially confirmed that Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow will release on June 26, 2026. That's about a year and a half from now, but until then, DC will be keeping the excitement alive by dropping teasers, posters, and little updates along the way. And you already know, you'll find the very first and most detailed breakdowns of those updates right here on Cinema Update. As for the budget, this film is no small project. The production has been set between $120 million and $150 million, carefully balanced to match today's audience expectations. Because Gunn and Safran understand one thing very clearly. Viewers today can't be satisfied with just flashy CGI and heavy VFX. What really matters are powerful stories, raw emotions, and characters you can truly connect with. And Woman of Tomorrow is bringing exactly that combination. Coming to the cast, we already know that Milly Alcock will be stepping into the role of Supergirl. Her breakout performance in House of the Dragon left a massive impact on audiences worldwide. And now that she's wearing the cape, the excitement is completely natural. Alongside her, we'll be seeing several new faces and even a few surprise characters. Rumors are already swirling that Superman himself might make a cameo appearance in this film, tying it deeper into the larger DCU. While Warner Bros. Hasn't confirmed that yet, fan expectations are definitely leaning in that direction. Now let's discuss the box office projections. Analysts are predicting that Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, could easily gross $400 to $500 million domestically in the US, and worldwide, it has the potential to cross $900 million. The reasoning is simple. After a period of decline, DC films are starting to recover. And with Gunn's fresh strategy, focusing on emotional character connections, this film has the potential to be a real game changer. And just picture that moment, when Supergirl makes her grand entrance on the big screen for the very first time. The cheer, the energy, the goosebumps in the theater, it's going to be massive. Marvel may still dominate the box office right now, but if DC delivers a hit with this film, the playing field suddenly becomes level again. That's what makes this project so special. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow isn't just another superhero film. It's the foundation stone for the new DCU. After this, DC plans to bring in even more fresh stories, new characters, and crossover events. And if this film lands the way it's expected to, you can bet the future of the DCU is going to be brighter than ever. So friends, that was the full update on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, Part 2. If you enjoyed this detailed breakdown, don't forget to subscribe to Cinema Update, because we'll keep bringing you the biggest, most authentic, and most exciting news from the world of cinema. And yes, drop a comment below and tell us how excited you are for this new version of Supergirl, and what your expectations are for this film.